Skol Nation, are you ready for this? Listen up, listen close, because what's happening right now in the heart of our Minnesota Vikings is a whirlwind of moves that will define our entire season. Forget the quiet off-season. Forget the dead zone of summer. The front office is on fire, making calculated, cold-blooded decisions that are sending shockwaves from US Bank Stadium all the way to every single one of you, my brothers and sisters in purple and gold. Right now, as we speak, the very foundation of our offense is being solidified for years to come, securing a brilliant mind who has been the silent architect behind our greatest moments. This is the stability we've been screaming for, the consistency that turns contenders into champions. But hold on, because with every gain, there must be sacrifice. While one key figure signs on the dotted line, promising a future of offensive firepower, another warrior, a running back who we hoped would reignite his career in our backfield, is now walking away. His journey with us is over, a story of what could have been that now belongs to a rival. It's a tough pill to swallow, a reminder of the brutal business of the NFL. And as if that wasn't enough, another name has been wiped from the locker room board. A safety, a player we had hopes for, has been shown the door to make way for fresh blood, for a mauler in the trenches, a rookie lineman ready to protect our future. 3 massive moves, 3 distinct stories, all weaving together into one epic narrative of ambition, loyalty, and ruthless progression. Are these the final pieces to the Super Bowl puzzle? Or are we just witnessing the beginning of another gut-wrenching roller coaster? You need to know what's going on, so drop a SKOL in the comments if you're with us, and make sure you're subscribed because you do not want to miss a single detail of this unfolding drama. The first piece of this puzzle is a game changer, a move that secures the very voice in our head coach's ear on game day. You think you know who it is? You have no idea how big this truly is. The architect is staying home. The man who has been the crucial right hand to Kevin O'Connell, the offensive mastermind quietly shaping our attack, has officially pledged his future to us. Let's give a thunderous Skol chant for offensive coordinator Wes Phillips, who has just signed a contract extension that keeps him in Minnesota through the 2026 season. This is monumental, nation. While the rest of the league is constantly shuffling, we have locked down the continuity that has been a missing ingredient for years. Think about it. Remember the Mike Zimmer era? The revolving door of offensive coordinators that gave us whiplash with 6 different OCs in 8 years? That chaos is over. Phillips is now set to become the first Vikings OC to hold the position for 4 straight years, since Darrell Bevell over a decade ago. That is how you build a dynasty, brick by brick, mind by mind. O'Connell calls the plays, yes, but Phillips is the one in the trenches with him all week long, crafting the game plan, installing the schemes, and being that critical voice of reason during the heated moments of a Sunday afternoon battle. This is a man who reportedly turned down the chance to be the play caller for the Chargers, just to stay here, with us, with this team. That's loyalty. That's belief in what we are building. With a young quarterback coming in, having this level of stability in the offensive coaching room isn't just important, it's everything. It provides a stable foundation for growth, for creativity, and for the relentless pursuit of excellence. This extension, coming right after the deals for O'Connell and GM Kwesi Adofo-Mensah, sends a clear and resounding message to the entire NFL. The leadership of the Minnesota Vikings is locked in, unified, and completely focused on one goal. We are building a juggernaut. But as we celebrate this incredible news, the harsh reality of the league rears its head. While one brilliant mind commits to our future, a player's journey with us has just come to an abrupt and final end. Who is it? A former Super Bowl champion we had high hopes for is now packing his bags for a new home in the NFC. The ride is over. Just as we celebrate the stability in our coaching staff, we have to say goodbye to a player whose time in Minnesota was a turbulent mix of hope and frustration. The man who was once a second-round phenom, a Super Bowl winner with the Rams, has found a new home. Former Vikings running back Cam Akers has officially signed a 1-year deal with the New Orleans Saints. And just like that, another chapter closes. Let's be real, Skol Nation. This one stings in a weird way. We all saw the flashes. We all remembered the explosive power he had before that devastating Achilles tear. When we traded for him, There was a genuine belief that he could be the perfect complementary piece, a thunder to our lightning. He was supposed to find his footing here, to reclaim that magic that made him one of the most promising young backs in the league. But it just never fully clicked. His journey was a winding road of inconsistency, bouncing from the Rams to us, then briefly to the Texans, and back to us again last season. Through it all, he managed just 444 yards and 2 touchdowns in 17 games. It wasn't the storybook comeback we were all hoping for. Now, he heads to New Orleans to fight for a backup spot behind Alvin Kamara. We wish him no ill will, but it's a stark reminder of how brutal this league can be. One minute you're on top of the world, the next you're fighting for your career on a rival's roster. His departure creates a void, but it also creates an opportunity. It's a clear signal from the front office that they are not content with what if. They are demanding results, and if a player isn't contributing to the ultimate goal, the train will move on without them. The departure of Akers, combined with the security of Phillips, shows two sides of the same coin, rewarding loyalty and performance while ruthlessly trimming what doesn't work. But the roster shuffling wasn't done yet. As Akers walks out one door, the Vikings were making another move, a quieter but equally strategic swap that cuts a hopeful from our secondary to make room for a powerful new force in the trenches. This is where it all comes together, SKL Nation. This is the final move that ties everything into the front office's grand vision. As we process the extension of our OC and the departure of a veteran running back, the team made one more critical transaction that speaks volumes about their philosophy. The Vikings have released veteran safety Bubba Bolden and signed rookie offensive lineman Vershawn Lee. At first glance, it might seem like a minor camp move. It is anything but. This is a statement. Bolden was a player with potential, someone we were watching closely. But in the cold, hard calculus of building a championship roster, potential isn't enough. The team saw an opportunity to get stronger, tougher, and deeper in a place that truly matters, the offensive line. They brought in Vershawn Lee, a 6'3", 310-pound rookie out of South Carolina who started 40 games in the SEC. This isn't just a camp body. This is a battle-tested lineman from the toughest conference in college football, a versatile mauler who has played guard and tackle. This move is the embodiment of the new Vikings way. We have our long-term coaching staff in place with Phillips and O'Connell. We've shown we are not afraid to move on from players who don't fit the long-term plan, like Akers. And now we see the final piece of the strategy, relentlessly adding young, hungry, and powerful talent to protect our quarterback and pave the way for our offense. It's a clear, unified strategy from top to bottom. Stability in leadership, ruthless efficiency in player personnel, and a constant churning search for strength and improvement. It's all connected. So let's put it all together. We locked down our offensive architect, said farewell to a running back who couldn't find his footing, and swapped out a depth piece in the secondary for a powerful rookie lineman. This isn't random. This is a plan. This is a team being sculpted with purpose. So like this video if you believe in the direction this team is heading. Comment with your biggest takeaway from these moves, and subscribe for more exclusive Vikings news. The question now is, with this fortified coaching staff and a roster being fine-tuned with such precision, is this finally the year all the pieces fall into place?